everyone, welcome to your weekly reading. This is Lauren with the Clarity Cure. Welcome back. So nice to see everybody. Thanks for stopping by today. This reading will be for all signs for the week of August 6th through the 12th, of course, of 2018. I meditated, shuffled, laid out the cards. I will be using the Distant Past Tarot by Jerry Totten. I'm still plugging away just because I love them so much, and she's such a great artist, and she brought back the cards, so I'm ever so grateful. I love them so much. I bought 2 decks. Anyway, I meditated, shuffled, got everything laid out for you. You received Tsunami. I decided to use, by the way, I'm sorry, the Earth Magic Oracle deck for an extra clarifier, as well as Clet Baron reads Wisdom of the Oracle, and you receive Serendipity. And I really am was so grateful and excited to see this card, because this talks about readiness. This is about, finally being aware of what's going on around you, connecting with your synchronicity, connecting with yourself on a soul level. Here's an opportunity to really do that, detach from the outside world and what you think, materialistically, what makes you happy, and look inside. This is a major wake-up call. We've had 3 back-to-back eclipses here this summer, the third one being in the sign of Leo, new moon on the 11th, okay? So I'm really excited. I know that we have a lot of planets retrograde right now. The one thing I would suggest is you definitely want to get in alignment with what you want to bring in. That could affect your life for the next 6 months, because eclipse energy lasts that long. And since this is a new moon, you really want to set that attention of what you want to bring in. But don't start anything new or get too crazy until Mercury goes direct, which I think is officially on the 19th. But then there's sometimes a waning period of 3 days. So yeah, any new projects, anything that's really lit your fire to get moving on, just wait till that energy passes. The eclipse being on the 11th, and then Mercury being retrograde, the planet of communication. Honestly, just a good time to just kind of sit tight just a little while longer to really think about, or really that's the thing, decide now what you want, and then you can plan to say, okay, now I'm ready. Here's my list, but now I want to do this and I want to do that to manifest my goals and my dreams. And I think the power is really going to be behind you here. You see the 4-leaf clover. I love this card. Yeah. Luck and good fortune appearing as signs and symbols. Magical alignments of events. Very, very nice. This is also sometimes talks about the collective dream, harmony, peace. Now is the time for luck and preparation to create the miracles that you want. So it's so perfect for this week. I'm going to turn these cards over. Let's see what's coming in on the tarot. Knight of Swords, overall energy, making long-term plans. Queen of Swords. Cutting old ties, judgment. Knight of Coins, 1, 2, 2 coins, lots of action. Lover's card. The Chariot. Stop pursuing this. Yeah, the hard win. The hard. We'll just get there. We're going to go card at a time. Interesting. Seek this. Okay, yeah. So this is about really finding out now, what are your inner turmoils? What is going on with your life that you've been ignoring? What is it that's eating at you? This emptiness or this inner conflict, whatever you've been dealing with. Maybe some of you are actually going through some physical pain, physical or mental anguish. There's just so much going on in the world. Personally, for each one of you, it's going to be definitely difficult, but the idea here is to really acknowledge the challenges and the issues and the struggles that you've been having to now really overcome and take charge here to manifest what you do want. Okay, first first order of business, this is so funny, I'm sorry, I'm being a little silly, is the Two of Wands. Okay, looking at your long-term goals. This is what you need to take a look at this week. You know, contemplating, moving down a brand new path, focused on your future, making a plan, deciding, what do I really want? What do I want? You know, get ready to choose, because this is kind of like a crossroads. And it's long term. So it's like thinking about, okay, what do I want in 3 years? What do I want in 5 years? What do I want in 10 years? Where am I going? So this is really kind of interesting. I love how we are kind of at this crossroads, really all of us, all the time. Specifically with these, I'm sorry, are you okay, Cab? I'm sorry, my dog was just choking. I apologize. Critical, just a critical time, and what a wonderful, not only critical, but a wonderful opportunity to embrace eclipse energy to kind of uptick us, you know, to where we want to go and what our plans are. But consider carefully, you know, this is about the power of creation and manifesting the hard work or the work that's going to be needed, right? To really bring in what you want. Don't worry so much about the Queen of Swords. Okay, so you know, this is about, yeah, you know, you have to be upfront and honest with yourself. I think the truth somehow, this, in some way, for so many of us, is being revealed to us through this eclipse energy, because you got the Judgment card here. So you don't want to be too hard on yourself. You don't want to judge yourself and or others. Okay, because I feel like a lot of this stuff, once you set the intention, will fall away on its own. Okay, all you can really do is make a conscious effort. All right, and the ties, the things that no longer serve you will fall away. Yeah, it doesn't have to be so hardcore. You don't have to, you have to take more of a loving approach. Got the Lover's card here. You have Judgment here. Okay, beware. This is the placement of the card. You know, beware of this kind of behavior. And with Judgment here, I would say, yes, these are the changes that need to be made in your life, and that the truth will be revealed. It's a wake-up call. It's like the tsunami over here. It's the same message. So beware of this opportunity to really create the change you want in your life. Some of you might be going through, and I know this is hard, but I had mentioned this. I don't know if you follow me on Vimeo, but in my little intro, I talked about how, yeah, to get us aligned with where we need to be. Some of you might be going through some really sad or hard times. And some of you may be going through some great times. So depending on where you are on your personal path, I get it. You have to too. This is your wake-up call to understand that it's all to get you in alignment with where you need to be. But you know, life is suffering. When we understand that, right, then we can close that, you know, that window of always thinking like, oh, this will make me happy from the outside, or that's going to make me happy from the outside. But bringing you on a new level of appreciation for who you are on a soul level and your contribution, right, to the world, and why you're here to begin with. So be easy, okay? Don't worry about so much about, you know, any hard win, because you got that here with the Chariot as well. Don't be afraid to connect to your emotions, but don't become your emotions. Okay, that's the thing. Like, acknowledge what you're going through is for a reason. And I know that's very, very hard for people to Mm, sometimes acknowledge because they define who they are by their emotions, but when you really peel away all those preconceptions and understand like life is a journey and these things are getting you in alignment with where you need to be by connecting on a soul level, then you can objectively look at yourself. All right. Judgment, okay, as I mentioned, this is what to be aware of. um, I don't know, did I hold it up for you? Beware. Judgment, okay. Um, moving into this completion of a cycle, your truth being revealed by you embracing what needs to be changed in your life, your wake-up call. King of Coins, okay, hold on tight. Hold on tight to the dream. It may move slowly, but if you proceed with integrity and take charge of a situation, you will overcome your obstacles. Okay. The Knights are offers and opportunities. This is an offer and an opportunity for you guys to really grow. Grow this week. Grow for the next 6 months. Kick it up a notch here, you know, and move to the next level. This also could be about planning, you know, setting that goal, talking about where you want to be, as I mentioned earlier, harnessing that or embracing that information, right? To say, okay, you know, it may take me here, you know, this much time to manifest what I want here, or I know I have to grow in this way by doing this in my career, or grow this way to personally develop my own spiritual connection, my body-mind connection. This is what I need to work on my relationships, whatever it is for you. Hold on tight to your dreams, okay? Hold on tight to the opportunity to take things or take charge of your life, you know? This is about following a routine. This is about, you know, being methodical in doing what you need, assuming responsibility for your own life first and foremost. If you come into this life alone, you leave this life alone, okay? Nobody can make you happy. Nobody can fulfill your dreams, okay? You have to do that for yourself, all right? So hold on to the opportunity for growth, long-term, embracing the goals that you set and plan for yourself, deciding, you know, where you want to go. Okay, using the energy of the universe, astrologically speaking, to shift and really grow and change. The Lovers, learn to appreciate this. You know, this is really quite beautiful, and I'm not going to get into, you know, universal guru love here, but this is talking about oneness, you know, in a way that appreciate your higher self soul connection, your union with yourself. Because that has to be fulfilled for us, as I mentioned. You have to take care of yourself first. Trials overcome, new union, fate and destiny coming back to you, right? Here's your fate and destiny through love, love of yourself, love of not judging, okay? Anything that may have gone wrong in your life or judging others. Having a soul connection with yourself. Just appreciate what you have accomplished in your life. You know? Appreciate what you've overcome. You know, I think we all forget. I do it myself. I look back, this is one thing about getting older. Not that I'm bragging about my age or wisdom here, but I think you get it the older you become because, you have time to look back on your life and you'd be like, shit, I did do a lot. Oh my God, I have learned a lot. Look where I am today, So, taking some time out and appreciating what you have done and brought to the table to propel you now even further. We're so capable of so much more. We just hinder ourselves, right? We're like our own worst enemies sometimes. And I think that's why we see these shakeups. Thank God for these eclipses. As difficult as sometimes they can be, it's actually really a good thing. I think it's hard when we've ignored our inner voice and then, shit really hits the fan. And unexpected events, whether they're good or positive, come in. Of course, good is easier to handle, but you get where I'm going with that. Chariot. Okay, stop pursuing this. I think this is kind of going back to kind of what the Queen of Swords was saying, like, not everything has to be hard won. Okay. Inner contemplation here, seeking your own truth, cutting your own ties with what doesn't serve you, focus on your own truth and not being so focused on the outside. Okay. And also quite lightheartedly, this could be like, look, you don't have to make a decision today, like, where you're going to be in 5 years. It's always a work in progress. I think the idea is you want to just have a conscious thought about, okay, this is my 3-year goal. This is my 5-year goal. Of course, life takes us on a journey as we grow, but it evolves. But at least you're setting the intention, right? You're putting it out there. Also, Cancer, this is a Cancer card. The initial eclipse of the season was in Cancer. I feel like there's some kind of connection, and now we're in this new moon in Leo. So there's a lot of this new moon energy here, and it's almost like the card is saying to me, like, to deliver this message that there's still time. Okay. And Leo is all about the self, right? Self-love, right? Taking care of yourself, connecting in a heart-centered way about what you want, forgetting the rest. Okay. It's really quite beautiful. It's a really great reading. 5 of Wands, as I mentioned earlier, seek the conflict, stepping up to the plate, and really just deciding once and for all what you do really want to change in your life, and making that commitment to yourself, in a very loving way. A lot of times we set certain goals and we start out so strong, and then things go by the wayside. But it's really understanding that things won't really change in your life unless you have that deep connection with yourself to really create the change that you want. Will be the stepping stone to really bringing in what you want, or the commitment to have the courage to keep moving forward, or the willpower. I mean, I think the biggest thing is the willpower. We fall back into our old habits, and we start out really strong, but I'll tell you, this is a great opportunity to really have the universe behind you, to propel you forward, to really create the shifts that you want to see in your life. Whether you're a young millennial, or you're 50, or you're 60, it doesn't really matter. We're all here on this planet to complete our, the completion of the soul, right? So how do we find that inner peace and get on that path? Is by really acknowledging and setting the attention to make those things happen in our lives, right? To just say, okay, I want to learn. I want to be a, spiritual. I want to understand on a higher, deeper soul level, why I'm here. Okay, so wow, that was a little heavy duty. I'm sorry, but that was what was being channeled through today. The bottom line, I will have to say that I think, hold on, my camera went dark here. Hold on. You guys can see, but I can't. Okay, there we go. Yeah, the Lady Luck is here. And I'm really excited. Good things are going to be coming in for everybody. Wait until as I mentioned, towards the end of August to really move forward with anything new, especially getting through the Mars retrograde too. Is making people a little edgy and crazy. So it's just really important that everybody just kind of stays super calm once we get out of these retrograde cycles. So we have 6 planets retrograde right now. So with the eclipse all happening around the same time, so we're really going to be tested, right now. And just take the opportunity to stay super positive and think about really, really what you want, cutting the ties to the old, bringing in and taking action. I think what I'm seeing here is taking the responsibility for your life, understanding that, there's an element here that you got to have some grit, you got to put in the effort for the long haul, and setting those intentions now is going to help you to reach those goals. All right, guys. Well, listen, I hope you have a wonderful week. Namaste. God bless you. Please reach out. If you have any questions, feel free to head on over to Vimeo. I finally got the love and relationship readings up. So if you're single, make sure you check out my Who's My Future Partner, that potential there. And really, the love readings, I felt there was like this huge extended connection to those readings. So head on over and check them out. Okay, God bless you guys. Take care. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.